let's talk a little bit about, you're really in that space. How is it helping? What should we be aware of? How can we use it to the best of our ability, but not lose our humanness in the space? Because you're really in it. So I'd love to hear your thoughts about it.
Yeah. Let me even sit up straight. I love the I love this conversation about AI. Why? Because I just think it's revolutionary. And I know it's become a buzzword and everyone is trying to jump on this so-called hype, but it's not hype at all. A lot of philosophies around, the what's the good and bad of AI, merits, demerits, and I look at it as just any other tool. We've had the internet that came, and it put out tons of opportunities. If you're looking at your the biggest companies in terms of capitalization, is those are all tech businesses, and those that are jumping on this wave, I believe, are going to be the next frontier of the mega corporates that we're going to be having. Why? Because it's technology that's going to be integrated into how we live. It's one of those things that, those that are AI averse are always thinking about the risk, which, yes, there is a huge risk, and that's why there is need for the ethical use of AI, and especially when it comes to um, dealing with human beings, our well-being, our data, things that run our life directly, our health. Those are things that we need to very keenly look at and control, because it can go on the flip side. A lot of us are still, even those that purport to be experts, even those at the helm of this, are still figuring it out. Meaning, they're looking at where these models are going, and they can only predict, but no one is certain about the future of how our lives are going to coexist with this artificial intelligence. What they call generative AI is where AI is going to do more or less everything in terms of cognitive, predictive analysis of how we live. Like, literally, Sunday, uh, if your routine is I have a cup of coffee, it'll already be setting a cup of coffee, because everything is going to be interconnected and tell you your cup of coffee is ready, because it predicts habits.
Right.
Remember, it's all it's all brewed from data,
Hmm.
and with a string of large data is can be predictive.
Hmm.
From it can create patterns, trends, and so I'm excited to see how it create efficiencies for our life.
Hmm.
That's for a fact.
Right.
There's no better time to do business than today. You can be a solo entrepreneur and thrive, meaning you don't have to have a large team. You can have processes that are fully AI driven. You can have AI as your scripting partner, your strategic partner, your research partner, your communications partner, your execution partner. Like, literally, you can have a full arm doing work for you that you only thought or imagined. And so the idea is just, how do we get creative around how to use these tools? And let me speak and bring and dumb it down to a level where people can practically use it. I say the first thing is to kind of do an audit of your life. What do you do repeatedly? Start there. Just audit your operations.
So,
Just
Ken, I got to tell you, like, I am this. Here's my rebellious. I like to mess with it. Like my husband is very routine.
yeah.
I am not. And so I'm just having fun messing with my AI,
Mhm.
right? The minute it thinks it's gonna predict me, I'm like, Nope.
Mm-mm.
I'm throwing something else in there. Now, maybe over time, I don't know, but I think that's the human piece, the human creative
Yeah,
piece is to go, I'm going to mix it up and at least you can help me be more efficient in how I'm going to mix it up, right? Or I'm going to try this. Because I think there's a huge creative element in it for us that you're right. It's scientific, it's predictive, it's habitual, and we can mess with it in a way that can be really creative. And I was even thinking, well, are we asking AI like, how do we create things so that none of us humans become obsolete? Are we asking AI that question? Because it's going to come up with an answer for it. Like, I just think of all these kind of, as I'm kind of dreaming about like this cool tool,
yeah,
and having it work for us, right, and
yeah,
with us,
yeah.
um, how we can maybe have some fun with it too. So,
Yeah, the one thing, in fact, I love that. Have fast fun with it. It's like a partner. You can't co-create something fantastic if you're not enjoying the process. So the first step is to embrace it. Don't look at it as an enemy, but an ally. And the way you're saying, imagine that AI being your creative partner. You bounce off ideas, and you give it a spanner, you give it a bolt here. You tell it now, try and figure out how to create this particular outcome, and you'd be surprised just how intuitive
hmm
this technology is. But more importantly, why it can never replace us is because we are born with a super intelligence. And that's one thing that we undermine or kind of negate. The AI will definitely replace routine, rudimentary, um, what's
tasks,
the word?
like tasks,
Uh,
or
tasks, just
Mhm,
say tasks,
mhm,
right? But where I say our super intelligence comes in is when it comes to connection, empathy, just being human. Once again, it can never replace that. And we will always crave for connection.
right.
Always.
It can't share biology. Like, we can't share
No.
germs and microorganism. Like, we can't, it won't share that with us. That's
A-
only human.
And I know there are some scientists who will challenge that and say, we'll come up with prototypes that literally can connect with you as a human, but deeply, deeply, we can only connect if we're talking about from a soul and a heart level, which is sometimes can't be quantified.
hmm
It can only be done and felt very authentic from a human to a human.
hmm
um, 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 a robot doesn't have that capability. That's the super intelligence that we carry, that no creative being that we conceptualize can have. Now, when we come from that standpoint, then we know that above everything else, all we need to do is figure out how to connect with each other and provide solutions that get us to connect. Everything else, in terms of tasks, can be replaced. I think there I kind of see it in terms of um, what our lawyers do, our doctors do. I mean, right now, robots are doing precision surgery better than the human hand. So, but who programs, who conditions it, who puts the parameters, who humans do because they know that connection, you
hmm
know? So, yes, there's the fear of what it can do, but at the
hmm
same time, please let's look at the positive side.
I'm
Look
looking
at
forward
it as an
to
ally.
I mean, the robot already cleans the floors, not very great yet, but like, I'm looking forward to the laundry and the cooking. I'm looking forward to all the things so I can go do the things that I really love to do. No, I mean, I like cooking too, but sometimes when I feel like, but I just look at the possibilities, and I think we have control. We have control also about the way that we create this and the way we unleash this. And I mean, smarter minds than mine will figure that out. But I'm having fun, using it in all kinds
Yeah,
of ways too. I especially think it's funny when my chat GPT, because they all have kind of a personality, right?
they
And
do.
chat's the one that, like that's the affirming. Like you need to go have some affirmation. You just go use chat and it'll tell you how brilliant you are, unless you say, let's cut that out of there. But oh
That's
Sandy,
a great question.
with this kind of passion, Sandy, you with this kind of vision you have, so if I
Yeah.
need a lift in a day that I don't have from a human being, I guess I can go find it there. Although it's not the same. It's not the same as having you tell me or somebody else tell me,
No, not at all.
but it
Never.
definitely can be fun. So,
Yeah.
what's next on the frontier? What are you most excited about that's coming up for you one day, your family, your work, your life?
I think for me, what's exciting is I'm moving to a season of purpose. And when I say that, I feel like this season that my previous season, because I'm in transition in many ways, has been kind of accumulating experiences, being grounded on certain principles that will help me or align me to what I will be doing for a lifetime. So, being 37 years of age, I've gotten a fair amount of experience that has given me the opportunity to go into my 40s and kind of now propagate my genius. Now I'm almost certain where I create the most value. And so what's exciting is my alignment with God, with my family, and with my work. I It's so exciting. I felt like I was in the dark trying to figure a lot of things out. But now I'm seeing, oh, okay, that's how it's looking. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And yeah, and I'm looking into doing a lot more of this, having conversations with people and just discussing what living a life of alignment, and especially as entrepreneurs, we're so engrossed with the work, we are so engrossed in the solutions. If we go about, we can talk about the models and everything, but I like this other softer side, the side of purpose, the side of impact, alignment. I love it. So just bringing those things together, I feel like is such a great season, and that's what's exciting for me.
The human side. So, what is life if you could wave a magic wand over your life? You pick a year, 2 years, 5 years. You pick the year, 10 years.
Hmm.
You pick the year and tell me, fast forward us into that. And here's what my thrilling life looks like. Tell me what it looks like. Paint the picture for me.
Oh.
You get to
So
dream of anything you want to create. What is it?
a lot of things. I've just looked. So this is 5 years from now, not too far. I see myself living as a digital nomad with my family.
Do you know what that is now? Do you know what that means now?
Absolutely.
What does that mean? Paint, what does that look like to us? I mean,
It just means like a life of a hobbit. You never really settle in one space. You're
you can
constantly
you,
moving and
you can be
experiencing the world.
okay, so you can be in different places doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Doing what we do best. I The vision we've always had as a family is we will get to learn from the school of life. And the school of life is just moving and experiencing. It's not scripted. It doesn't have one curriculum, neither is it from one source. It's just the school of life. And so for me in the next 5 years, I see just moving around the world with my family, uh, different cities, learning different cultures, experience having different experiences that rewrite our understanding of life, and also being in mission. When I say a family on a mission, is all of us are aligned to doing the same thing. I love, as I mentioned, doing this men's work. My wife is in the same, she's in Crucible doing the women's work. If we can come together and do this work globally, that for me is like dream come true. And our children get to see us do the work and get inspired by what we do. I think that's it for me.
Does
Yeah.
she have your same adventurous travel other places? Or does
She
she like,
does.
okay, does she? Okay.
She does. It's just her, she's more of a calculated traveler. so,
She's the
so for
planner
me,
and you're like, let's just go.
I'm just like, let's go. We'll figure it out on the move. But how she's like, "Mm-mm, no, 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 no. What's the plan here?" I guess also because she's seeing the kids, she's trying to figure out a lot of things. Yeah, but I'm more spontaneous than she is when it comes to traveling.
That's funny because I'd be the person that says, let's just go to the airport with the American Express card and look around and see who's going where, and we'll buy the stuff we need when we get there, and we'll
Yeah,
figure, and Tom's like, he's got all the pages of the documents of every itinerary and everywhere we're gonna go. Yeah, and that's fine too.
yeah,
What is it that we choose somebody that's similar and different, so that we kind of complete the whole picture, I guess, if we can
absolutely.
learn to appreciate that, and
Hmm. Hmm.
so. So do you
Yeah.
have a next adventure? Like, is there a place that if in this point of time you get the opportunity to do that, where are you going next? Do you know where you're going?
Yeah, we do. We do. We do. We do. So every year we try and do one international trip. And yes, so Pacific Asia is on our list this year. And more specifically, Malaysia, Indonesia, Bangkok, that just doing a circuit around that area. Um, yeah, so we haven't been much to Asia, done a lot of the US, and yeah, it would be nice to just explore what it looks like to be on that side. And also now our children have come of age. Our youngest is about, she's turning 7, and I feel now is it's a good time for her to start to experience. She will collect the memories,
Yeah,
and yeah, and use
a little
them
easier
also.
traveling when they're older. Well,
Yeah.
what else do you want us to know in the few minutes we have remaining here?
You know, as I was speaking, and it's interesting how our conversation has been a lot on the men's work as compared to the to the business side, which I love. But I just felt the how important it is for entrepreneurs to do internal soul work, to do soul work. How it will be such a gift to them. You know, when I
How is it,
started.
Kenji, how has it changed who you are as a leader of your company to your people?
In fact, that's what I was going to mention. Just the difference between how I led my business before I started to engage in men's work and how I lead it now. So before I was extremely goal oriented, it's just about hitting the milestones. And I noticed I left a trail of blood, just by my leadership style.
Yeah.
Leadership style.
Are you cracking the
Um,
whip? Cracking
cracking
the
the whip, but we're getting things done. We made great milestones. But I started to understand that the privilege of running a business, it's more than just hitting the goals. It's more than just building the great solution and serving big clients and getting the accolades and all that. It's actually it's a vehicle that you use to impact lives. And when I had that mind shift, I look at the people who work with me as they are treasures that I could show and lead them into a path of better understanding of first God and who they are. It's an opportunity for you to to show them who their true identity is, and they can spring forward because of the platform that you've created for them. So I look at business as it's like a springboard. You have the opportunity to catapult people to different levels if used well, and just not milking them for what they can do for you. It's just, I need this, get done, get done. I mean, yes, but at the end of it, it ends at that. Yeah, so for me, just that awareness, I would love for more entrepreneurs to be more kingdom minded than just goal oriented. And it will make a difference. It will make a difference in how we serve people, and it will also make a difference in the impact we make in the individual and the families that we touch. Yeah,
Mm, that's awesome. Well, that's a good description of loving well by doing good in your work,
absolutely.
and obviously in the work that you're doing with the container. You don't just work with people, with organizations in Kenya, you work with other businesses around the world, correct?
Correct.
So if somebody was interested in either one of these kind of topics around, hey, how would I get more involved in my own men's work or even women's work, or, how do I contact you to talk about, performance marketing in my business? What's the best way for people to get a hold of you?
Yeah. So if you want to work with us, our details will be on the screen, which is bauer.ke. That's our website. Um, there's so many lead. When I say a lead magnet, I mean there are many resources that you can download that can help you understand where you are as a business in terms of your marketing funnel. That, if you just feel that, it gives us more information on how to serve you best.
And you can find that on the website. You can
It's on
contact.
the website. Exactly. Or if you already know what you need, you can just book a call just on the website. There's a calendar, just scroll to the bottom. You'll see a calendar. Pick a time that is convenient for you, and we can connect. And yes, I can show you a few tricks in my bag just to help you stay afloat and to grow your business. On the men's side, we are partners with the Crucible Project. And so if you go to soultribe.africa, you'll be able to see some of the work we do with men. If you want to join any of our retreats that come up, please, you just go onto the website. There are places, there are forms that you can fill, and someone will get in touch with you. Yeah, so and if you please follow us also on the container on YouTube. It's a Christian Men's Podcast. Just find us there, search YouTube, see us, listen into those conversations. I'm sure you'll be enriched and refreshed. That I can guarantee you. Yeah,
Yes, and download and subscribe and like
absolutely.
both
Thank
of our
you.
podcasts. Um,
Yeah, that's the call to
Yes,
action.
yes, 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 yes. And for those of you in other places, the crucibleproject.org is a website. You can look at men's and women's retreats around the world, in the US as well as around the world. We have what we call first level weekends, that are our initial retreats. And then for people who've gone through those weekends, we have additional training so that we're never done learning.
Never.
There's additional weekends that once we are go through that first weekend. And the exciting thing about the Crucible is once you've gone through that work, we also have people who come to the organization because they've done personal work in other organizations. But then we can staff weekends too, and there's certainly fulfilling work and being able to serve others as they do that kind of work too. It is a nonprofit. It's a Christian faith-based organization. It's not a requirement. You are a Christian to come if you're interested in doing the work. But we like you to know that because you are going to get teaching from the Bible. There's nothing religious in it, but you will, get teaching from Jesus and from the Bible, which is incredible, whether you ever believe in that or not. I mean, Jesus, I think, was the best leader we've ever seen, whether you have faith or not. So you might want to check into that too. Certainly, if you're interested in performance marketing, contact Kenjie. If you're interested in looking for positioning your business to love well by doing good, or some personal coaching as a CEO or leader, I'd love to chat with you. So, Kenjie, thank you so much. This is just like, I mean, I wish we were in the same room, but it's the next best thing. Thank goodness for
Yeah.
technology that, like, I always think about, like, you and I would never would have met if it weren't for technology, probably. I mean, maybe, maybe through a Crucible event or something, but, what are the chances? So the chances made it much greater that because I met your wife first, then I got
Yeah.
to meet you. And so thanks for being here today. I really appreciate you and everything you're doing and your contribution to the world, both in business and who you are as a human being, loving well by doing good every day in Nairobi and Kenya and across the world through the people that you impact. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Sandy. This has been a great conversation.
And fun.
And thank you even for just helping me understand myself in business better.
Well,
Yeah,
you are a
you're a
gift.
great coach.
Thank you. And you're a gift to me and to my family and to the world. So thanks for being you. So
You're
we
welcome.
will challenge our audience to think about what are you going to do to love well by doing good today and over the days and weeks and months and years to come. Thanks, Kenji.